Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the New River Network's coverage of high school football. I'm Greg Chris, joined by Chris Rader tonight. We got Lucas Berry down on the sideline somewhere, and, of course, Darren here in the booth with us, Robert Polly out there on the camera. We appreciate everybody joining us for this final regular season game. And, Chris, it's hard to believe we are at number 10 already in the season.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like we were doing a Nicholas County game to open the season, and then we blinked. And here we are, season finale. So, yeah, it always goes by too quick.
Yep, sure does. And this is a pivotal game here for Oak Hill tonight. It's been a magical season. They come in here at 8-1. University, of course, always, and I don't know, I don't know how familiar people are around here with University, Morgantown High, those teams up in the northern part of the state. But this is a formidable opponent tonight, and that record is a bit deceiving. They're 4-5 on the year, but they're an awful good football team, and I think it's going to be a big challenge for Oak Hill. And like I said, it's an important game for Oak Hill. If they can win tonight, they will secure home field at least for the first round. And that would be huge. And I think it's, of course, motivation for them tonight. University comes in, again, 4-5, just playing out their season. This will be their last game of the year. So you don't know how that will impact the game. But I think from Oak Hill's standpoint, they've got to be highly motivated to play this game.
I think it's going to be a good measuring stick for going into the playoffs next week. And you said it correctly. University comes in at 4-5. And if you're a casual fan that follows Oak Hill and maybe – you don't follow teams around the state, you could look at those records and go, it's a game Oak Hill should get.
Right.
To give you an idea, tonight will be the fifth game that University has played against a current AAA playoff team.
Yep.
As a point of comparison, Oak Hill has played one of those games, and that's against Princeton. So they have already a win over Wheeling Park, which is a playoff team. They took Morgantown to the wire last week.
Yep.
So this will be a very tough game tonight. You can make the argument, and this is just my opinion, at worst, University might be the second best team on Oak Hill's schedule.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Them and Princeton. And, I work up there in the Morgantown area, and I'm up there all week, and I hear and talk to folks that are familiar with the programs up there, and they were telling me yesterday that this is a pretty good University football team, and that it should be a heck of a ball game. Oak Hill, what can you say about them? They've just scrapped and hung in games all year and won them at the end. It's been a great season for them. Even a loss tonight wouldn't kill their playoffs, but you don't want to go limping into the playoffs. You want to go in riding a high note, so I'm sure that's their motivation. And Oak Hill will be kicking off to start the contest. I think University High won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So Mr. Pino will kick it away for Oak Hill, and we are underway. And a squibbing onside kick, and again, looked intentional. They did that last week. We couldn't decide if they were doing that on purpose or to try to keep it away from the return men, or just missed it. But that looked like that was
that looked like a true onside kick to me.
That looked intentional, yep.
But you're putting University in business now at their own 48.
And, again, we talked about that all last week with the great field position that Woodrow had all night long. And, of course, the defense stood tough and were able to keep them contained. But we'll see tonight how this thing goes. University comes out, starts their first drive on their own 48-yard line. Great field position to begin with.
And, Greg, we're going to see University. They're not doing it tonight, but right to this play. But they will use an H-back a lot, which is something you don't see as much anymore.
Right. Yeah, you don't see that. And I mentioned that Coach Kelly had been there forever, a longtime coach at University, and I'm sure we're going to see some old-school things. Man, it's been there that long and been so successful as he's been. You'll probably see some old school stuff. Quarterback Luke Hudson that time gives the handoff to Josh Jorge, and he gets it ahead for a nice gain. Picks up about 5 on that one. Hudson in the pistol formation, 4 receivers. He's going to throw. He does this a lot. And he's looking deep, and it is hauled in. It looks like by Jorge. Official now says incomplete. And looked like the back judge called it incomplete immediately, but then waited on the line judge to make the call, and they called incomplete, so it'll bring up third down.
Well, Greg, tonight we will see University really test Oak Hill secondary. They come in tonight. Their quarterback, Luke Hudson, has over 2,300 yards passing for the season. We were talking before the game. You don't see a lot of kids with those kind of passing stats in high school, so they will really put the ball up. They don't do a lot on the ground, but they're going to test the Oak Hill secondary tonight.
Yep. Same formation, 2 receivers split each side. Jorge in the backfield. Hudson drops to throw again. Got a man open down the seam and just overthrows him. Incomplete. Pass there was intended for, looks like Ethan Jackson, and he was open. The pass just overthrown slightly.
Yeah, you're right. He had him down the seam, and that's going to be Hudson's main guy he's looking for tonight. Jackson comes in with some impressive receiving stats himself. He had 59 catches for 964 yards and 11 touchdowns coming in, so he's a true weapon, and he was open that time. It was just off his hands, but that's a great – if I was going to say it's a great stop, but it looks like University's keeping their offense out there.
Offense out there, yep. Same formation as the last time. Again, looking at 4th and 5. Hudson feeling the pressure, rolls to his right, throws down the sideline. He's got a man open, and it's complete. Ethan Jackson, a 5'8" junior.
Yeah, Hudson did a nice job that time of just rolling out. He had Jackson on a little corner pattern.
Yep.
He put it in there. Yeah, keeps the drive alive for the Hawks.
Gets it all the way down to the 23, so nice pickup there. It's a 34-yard completion.
Hudson's a good athlete, and I was talking to Rob Long. He'll run it, but he runs to extend the play, not to tuck it. He'll run just to extend it and let receivers break open.
Right. And that looked like a designed rollout there as the pressure came from the backside. They kind of let that guy go, and he rolled to his right. He's got 3 receivers out to the left this time. Looking that way. Throws again down the seam. Receiver Jackson had his back turned, didn't see it coming, and I believe it's going to be incomplete. Get a look here. We might be able to see. Can't really see, but it looked like it hit the ground.
Malachi almost had him a pick, though.
Yep.
Yeah. They tried to get Jackson down the seam that time, and Malachi read at that time. Now, something we can look for tonight. Last week, Oak Hill put Malachi at a corner and brought him up from his safety position and put him on man on Elijah Redford. They might do the same with Jackson tonight if they're having trouble covering.
Right. Yeah, and he's been open a couple times. He was open that time. He just had his back turned, didn't know it was coming.
Now, they're going with that H-back set this time.
Yep. Nice move by Jorge. Gets away from the first man, then he's racked up by...
That's Tyler Ashmore,
Tyler Ashmore with the tackle after a pickup. Looked like of about 2.
Now, they do not have much of a running attack. I was looking at their team stats before the game today. As a team coming into the game, they only had 775 yards rushing as a team. As a point of comparison, Oak Hill coming in has over 1,800 yards rushing as a team. So they like to put the ball up.
Yep, sure do. You mentioned the H-back, Brock Kaler. He's 6'3", 230 pounds, so he's HIJK back.
And usually, big wherever he's going, he'll take you to the ball. They like to run behind him when he's in the game.
Right. He's back in that formation again. He's in the pattern this time. Hudson looking right, going deep down the sideline, and just overthrown and incomplete again. Pretty well covered that time.
That was actually terrific coverage that time by Z. Lewis.
Couldn't really see it on the live. Lewis almost intercepts.
Yeah, he almost had the pick that time. Had a really nice job that time. Got his head around. That's one of my pet peeves. You see that a lot in college and the pros. A guy will be in good position, won't get his head turned around. Yeah. He did.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to try to kick a field goal. It's pretty good long kick.
Khalil
39
Lewis,
yards.
Yep. Khalil Lewis was the intended receiver on that one. And the kick here by John Coleman. It's going to be about a 39-yard field goal attempt. Left-footed. Kicks it up. He's got the distance. And it is good. So a nice kick there by John Coleman. Puts the Hawks on top. First, 3-0. So good drive by the University High Hawks to get the field goal. Good kick, 39-yarder.
So we know they have a weapon in the kicking game because that was a 39-yarder, and he had plenty to spare on that. So that makes, it's always interesting with the kicking game. That makes their decision-making sometimes a little easier. They know they got a kid they can bring out there, and even from, 39, 40, maybe 45 yards, try a field goal.
Yep. Yeah, that's a nice weapon to have, 39-yard field goal. Again, not something you often see in high school. So, we know from Ethan Vargo last year and the year before that that kicker can come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice weapon to have.
But if you're Oak Hill, you'll take that as a win, too.
Absolutely.
If you can hold them to field goals instead of touchdowns, you'll take that, especially considering that they started on their own 48-yard line after the kickoff.
Yeah, after that field position, you got to feel good about that. So University set to kick off now to Oak Hill, get their first possession of the game. And looks like Coleman is the kickoff man as well.
Coleman's also their second leading receiver. He had 35 catches coming in, so he kind of does everything for the Hawks.
Again, left-footed kicker. And he boots it away, and it is deep, and it's going to go into the end zone for the automatic touchback.
It's really nice to have a weapon like, again, you don't always see a lot of kids in high school that can do that. And we've mentioned earlier this year, Ethan Vargo Thomas spoiled us. He was able to do that for 3 years. So when you can do that and pin a team back at their 20 to start their possession, that really helps your defense.
Booming kick into the end zone gives Oak Hill their first offensive possession of the night on their own 20 is where they'll start.
Now, on defense, you definitely want to watch Brock Keller. You mentioned he's the H-back. Rob Long told me he is a really impressive middle linebacker, and he looks the part. He's even got the neck roll, man. How many neck rolls you see anymore?
All right. There's Mal Lewis in the backfield. Looks to throw. Pressure comes, and he's dropped. And coming off the left side.
Number 27, Marcus Niska.
Yep, Marcus Niska there immediately before the Oak Hill tackle even could get a hand on him. He just kind of blew by him right there. I think it might have surprised Desmond Mack just a little bit. He got by him before he was almost like he wasn't quite ready.
Yeah, I think Malachi was looking deep that time. He was looking down the field. But, yeah, Niska came in and blew that play up for Malachi had a chance to find his man.
Yep, loses about 7 on the play. Ball back to the 12. Here's J.D. Moritz with the carry up the middle. And J.D. going to be stopped there by Malik Lewis.
So not a position you want to be in. 3rd and long, carry backed up inside your 20. You don't want to – nothing stupid here. No turnovers. The worst thing you want to come out here with is a punt. Now, last week against Beckley, Oak Hill made all its hay on 3rd and longs, but I guarantee you Coach Marion would tell you don't want to live like that.
Right. Yeah, they had some amazing plays on 3rd down last week, and we just kept talking about it. You get way behind the chains and have a big play, and it happened 5 or 6 times, just demoralized Woodrow. Like you said, you don't want to make a habit of that. Here's Malachi Lewis, drops the throw. Pressure comes, and he's going to be dropped, and the ball gets away from him. It goes into the end zone, and there's a scramble for it. Finally, Oak Hill covers it, and that is going to be a safety. And University will get the 2 points. So, fortunately for Oak Hill, University didn't cover it up. They had a chance to. It would have been a touchdown had they been able to get a hold of it, but Oak Hill recovers it. And that is going to be a safety for 2 points, and that moves the score to 5-0. And Oak Hill will have the free kick now from the 20. So, again, we talked about bad things that could happen on that play. That was one of them. And I think Malachi kind of, I don't know if he got surprised there. He kind of spun out there nicely, but somebody was there waiting on him. And I don't think he saw the man knock the ball loose from him and goes into the end zone.
If you're Oak Hill and if you're Coach Marion, what's concerning you about this is they're getting pressure without blitzing.
Right.
So if you can get pressure with 4 men, that's going to be tough.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really going to be tough if they can just rush 4 and get pressure on Malachi. And so far, they've been able to blow up 2 pass plays. Yep. So they're going to have to make some adjustments in their protection.
Yeah, the bad thing about that is it wasn't only, not only to get the sack, but they got it quick.
Yeah.
Which gave him no time. In other words, even to throw a quick out pass, it's the pressure come immediately as soon as he stepped back. All right, so it looks like Pino's going to kick it off. You can kick any way you want here on this, punt it or kick it and off the ground, and that's what he's going to do, use the tee to kick off. So we'll see what they decide to do here. They kicked it short last time with the onside kick. This time he boots it away down the middle. He squibs it. Picked up by Kaler at the 40, cuts over to the 50, now across the 40 of Oak Hill, down to the 30. Big man on his way down the field, all the way down inside the 10 before he's finally knocked out of bounds down there.
Carson Treadway saved a touchdown, but Brock Keller showing he's not just a big middle linebacker. He can move too. Showed good speed that time, getting down the sidelines.
Yep, nice run back by Kaler. Gives University a great field position here. For their second drive, they start on the Oak Hill 6. So a disastrous turn of events for Oak Hill here on the safety and then the free kick. Keller brings it back.
Keller's lined up in that H-back position on the left. Let's see if they try to go behind him.
53 yards on the return. So here's Hudson in the pistol formation, and they do run behind Keller. And Jorge fights his way down inside the 5. It's going to be stopped, and now it looks like Oak Hill comes out there with the football. Malachi Lewis with the ball.
Wow.
And I'm not sure, we didn't see what happened there, but apparently they stripped it away from.
Oh, my gosh, that is a huge turn of events for Oak Hill, and Malachi Lewis with a huge play for the Devils.
Yep, stripped it away from Jorge as he got inside the 5.
To get that ball back. If we have a replay, I'd love to see that, because I was like you. I couldn't quite see what was happening in the pile there, but we just saw Malachi come away with the football.
Yep, he gets it out to the 12-yard line, so Oak Hill will have it 1st and 10 on the 12. Big play.
Huge play.
Yep,
huge
by the Oak Hill
play.
defense.
They really needed that because they had no momentum.
All right, 5-0, 7.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Lewis in the pistol formation. Sends man in motion right to left, heads it off to J.D. Moritz. Moritz fighting, but he's not going to be able to get anywhere as he is brought down. There's our guy again.
That's
and
Keller.
Keller again on that tackle. He is living up to his billing so far.
Yeah, he's a 2-time state wrestling champion too. And Rob was telling me when you watch tape on him, he's hard to get blocked.
Right.
So if you want to have any success on offense, somebody's got to get a hat on Keller and wall him off. We'll probably see some big collisions between him and JD and some holes tonight.
Yep, I would say. Pick up about 1 for Moritz on that play. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Three men split to the left, 1 to the right. Lewis drops the throw, throws it out into the flat, little out pattern intended out there.
That was Elijah Gray.
Elijah Gray falls incomplete. Pass was thrown just a little bit behind him, a little bit low.
Yeah, their timing was off a little bit that time. Keller was sneaking out from his middle linebacker position. It looked like to me University was in some type of zone that time. I don't think they were playing man on Oak Hill's receivers. But again, Oak Hill finds himself in a 3rd and 9, and if nothing else, you got to give Malachi a little bit of time.
Yep, he's got to have time to throw, and he may have rushed that one there just a little bit trying to get rid of it because the pressure's been so hot on him.
Yeah.
All right, Oak Hill will take a timeout here, so while they have timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout up here in the booth. You're watching high school football on the New River Network. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. 3rd down and 9. Oak Hill with the football. Ball resting on the Oak Hill 14-yard line. First quarter of play, University up 5-0. Field goal and a safety. Here's Malachi Lewis rolling to his right. Gives himself some time. He's got a man open, and he completes it.
That was Mikey Spike. And again, Mikey just sat down in that open spot in the zone. Malachi rolled out, did a good job. They gave you nice. Again, we talked about adjustments. Coach Marion was seeing we were having trouble protecting him in the pocket. That time he rolled him out, gave him a little extra time, and Mikey found a soft spot in that zone and sat down. Nice play.
Yep, 17-yard pickup gives Oak Hill 1st down. Like you said, roll him out a little bit, give him some time, give those receivers time to get downfield. And again, maybe that third down magic still rolling for Oak Hill. They pick up the 1st down, got a new set of downs. Got 3 split to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to the left, we'll throw the little wide receiver screen, and it's going to go for positive yards. Ball stripped out. But Oak Hill able to fall back on it and gets it up to about the 40. So Spalding with the reception, and they just jerked it out of his hands, and these guys are going to have to secure that football.
That was a nice job by James Fortney Garbert. He's a 6 foot, 152-pound safety for University, stripping the ball. But that's actually 2 weeks in a row that Oak Hill's fumbled the ball and got positive yardage out of it. And
what helped there, they had the screen set up, so you had some linemen down there, and they were able to recover the football. They were down on the field blocking. on that screen, so that helped them there. Here's the fake to Moritz. They drop it out into the flats.
Well, that was the freshman Carson Treadway caught that, and I want to. Are they saying there's a fumble again? Let me see. No. University kid looked like he was signaling it was their ball. That was a nice job. So they threw the screen out here to Carson Treadway, and Z. Lewis did a really good job of sealing his man and giving Treadway the sideline to get a nice gain that time.
Yep. Z. Lewis came up with the football, so there may have been another fumble. I didn't see it, but he came up with the ball. So
can't keep doing that.
No, we got to keep over the football. They could drop it on the ground several times here. 1st and 10 now at the 48. Oak Hill's own 48. Here's Lewis, and he gives it to Moritz this time. He's tripped up as he gets up around midfield. Picks up a couple before he's tripped up. Bring up 2nd down and 8.
That's our big defensive end, Malik Lewis. He's 6 foot, 295 pounds, and he will carry the ball on offense. So he is a load.
Big old boy.
He made the tackle that time, but yeah, he's a big kid. University's got some good size here tonight.
Yep.
And that time they were committing a few more men to the line of scrimmage. So if Oak Hill keeps trying to pop that screen, we'll see if you see some linebackers and safety start scooting up just a little bit.
All right, 2nd down 8.
And here they are. They really are committing a lot more men to the line of scrimmage now.
Yep, and here they come with the pressure. Malachi Lewis steps up, evades pressure, gets over the 50, down to the 45 where he slides down after he picks up about 5.
Now, I will say that time Oak Hill gave him better protection.
Yeah, he had time there.
Yeah, he had time. He didn't like what he saw downfield, and he's got the green light to tuck it and run if he doesn't like what he sees downfield. And that puts Oak Hill on the 3rd and very manageable here.
Yep, down to the 45-yard line of University. 3rd down and long 2. Clock winding down, 3:45 to go here in this first quarter. University leads at 5-0 after a field goal and a safety. This time we'll have 2 receivers split to each side. Moritz in the backfield with Lewis. He's going to run behind Moritz. Lewis keeps it himself up over the 40, down to the 32-yard line, 33, before he's tripped up. So nice run by Malachi Lewis.
Nice job by Derek Sullivan, come over from his right guard position. He buried the defensive end, gave Malachi a lane to run through. Brandon Champion, nice block on that as well. Good job by the Oak Hill line that time.
Yep, so Malachi gets it down to the 33-yard line. So he picks up about 9, almost 10 on that play. Gives Oak Hill a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the University 33. 3 receivers split to the right this time. They give it to Moritz over the right side. He's tiptoeing his way through. Finally brought down again by Malik Lewis, the big man there, defensive tackle. But Moritz does get it ahead for positive yards, picks up a couple.
If they want to take a shot, they're lining up Mikey Spike here by himself in that 3-by-1 set, and it looks like he's in man coverage if they'd want to take a shot, if he thinks he can beat his man.
Right. Picked up 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for Oak Hill. Lewis gives it to Moritz this time over the left side. He's got a little room this time. Fighting forward, still dragging tacklers along.
Nice run.
Yep, down close to the 26. So good run by J.D. Moritz. Refused to go down right there. And all you got to do is give him a little bit of momentum forward, and he's going to get you some yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've asked J.D. to do that a lot this year. Just keep his legs churning. And, again, you're in a 3rd and very manageable, which opens up the playbook to Coach Marion.
3rd down 3. Maybe a long 2. 1:50 to go. First quarter. Oak Hill with a nice-looking drive being put together here. Getting the ball on the 26. They got to get down to about the 24. And they throw the screen out to wide receiver. And it looked like Spalding again with the reception. And he's going to get it ahead for a yard. That's going to be it. So this brings up a 4th down and a 1.5 yards.
That was a really nice job by University's interior lineman. That was Anthony Rivera, who came over from his defensive tackle position. Really, really good pursuit to the ball that time. Was able to blow that play up before was that Spalding? Before Spalding could really get going.
All right, 4th down, ball on the 25. You need to get to the 20, probably the 23.5 for the first down, maybe the 23. So we'll call it 4th and 2. Here's Lewis with a handoff to Moritz. He's got room. He stops, and now he goes, and he's got room again up over the 20 down to the 15. So J.D. Moritz again with a nice run. He tiptoed through there. He got stopped up a little bit, but then took off again.
And again, I want to give some credit here to Derek Sullivan and Brandon Champion. They pulled the backside guard and tackle. Both had really nice blocks on there to spring J.D. So really nice job that time by the Oak Hill line.
All right. Moves the chains again. 1st and 10 Oak Hill. Ball resting on the 15-yard line. Oak Hill with a nice drive going here now. 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Moritz in the backfield with Malachi Lewis. Malachi takes a snap, looks to his left, now looks down the middle of the field, now tucks it and runs. Down inside the 10, still fighting. And down close to the 5. These guys, you know, Chris, you say what you want about these guys, talent-wise, whatever you want to say. You can tell by the way they run the ball, just the heart they have. Man, they just refuse to go down. They fight for extra yards. They block. They just do everything aggressively. You know, they just no quit in them.
I think Malachi, they were trying to set up a pump and go on that screen that time, but University had it covered up. Malachi wisely, you know what? He looks downfield. I don't see what I want down there. He's just going to tuck it and get good positive yardage.
Yep. All right. That's going to do it for the first quarter of play as Oak Hill on the move down close to the 5-yard line. First quarter comes to a close with University leading it 5-0. We'll return after these brief messages. Stay with us.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of high school football. Oak Hill with the football on the University High 5-yard line. 2nd down, short yard to go. They give it to Moritz. Nope, he fakes it to Moritz, keeps it himself. Lewis, and he's fighting again, breaking tackles, and he gets it all the way down inside the 1. So that time we thought Moritz had the football. He faked it to him. He broke a couple of tackles and gets it down close to the goal line to the 1.
University is really aggressive trying to strip at that ball. Now that can be feast or famine. I mean, actually, we've seen Oak Hill already put the ball on the ground a few times, but if you're constantly trying to strip at the ball and not trying to wrap him up, you'll see some broken tackles.
Yep. And we've seen that both runs by Malachi here, breaking tackles and moving on. I say it's a little J.D. Moritz time right here, though. 1st and goal from inside the 1. And we've said this many times, J.D. Moritz rarely loses yards. They're going to follow him through. Malachi Lewis leaps behind him, and into the end zone he goes for the touchdown. So Oak Hill with an impressive drive. Come back and take the lead.
And that's not a bad idea. We saw Oak Hill do that a lot last week against Beckley when they were shutting down J.D. All of a sudden they decided to use J.D. as an extra blocker and just let Malachi follow him up in there. So really nice drive by Oak Hill, set up by that huge turnover down here that Malachi came up with.
Yep, that drive started, on the 13?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Here's the point after by Pino. High enough, long enough, and good. And Oak Hill with a nice, impressive 87-yard drive. Eat up all that what was left of the first quarter, part of the second quarter, and they take the lead for the first time tonight, 7-5. So they'll Pino will get set to kick off now and give it back to University again. That was an impressive drive again. Some big 3rd down plays, 4th down plays. It's just what Oak Hill's been doing all year long.
All year long, you're right, and you said it perfectly. Oak Hill's been so resilient all year. I mean, I don't know how many games we've called this year that Oak Hill has come back.
Right.
I mean, it's par for the course for the opponent to score first, and then Oak Hill have to dig themselves out of a hole, but that's a really nice drive. I want to give credit. I meant to do this last week. Jackson Pino with a nice extra point. Last week against Beckley, when you win by 2, those extra points mean something.
That's right.
Jackson Pino and Levi Kiska, and I believe Braden Knight's the long snapper. If I'm wrong, I'll get that right eventually. But nice job by the special teams last week, and a nice job just now as well.
Yep, they've been pretty consistent, Pino has all year. And like you said, those points come in big. Last week they won by 2. All right, so Pino's set to kick it off. We'll see what he decides to do. He pooched the last one. Of course, that was from the 20. First time in the 40, they onside kick, and this time he kicks it away down the middle and goes to, I think it's Keller. Gets it at the 19, moves it all the way up over the 35 to the 36. So, again, I think Oak Hill kind of iffy about what they want to do on these kickoffs. They don't know whether to kick it to the deep guys or give up the field position on the onside kick, and that worked out pretty good right there.
You know what? If you can get it to Keller, now he had a really nice return the last time, but if you can get it to Keller, you might give up some field position.
Right.
But I don't think he's going to break one consistently on you and be a big play returner.
And, with Oak Hill, when you look at them starting on the 36, they got to feel like they've got them backed up in their own end zone where they usually start from. All right, so they give it to Jorge on the first down. Nice carry out to looks about the 41, so he picks up 5.
Yeah, Mason McMullen in on the tackle from his inside linebacker position. But, a solid game that time for University. And right now we're seeing Malachi stay back at safety. I'm checking to see if they eventually want to put him man on Jackson, but right now they're keeping him back. They are a heavy pass team.
Yep. All right, Hudson back in the shotgun again. He's got Jorge behind him. 3 receivers split out to the left side, 1 to the right. Hudson drops straight back to throw. Pressure comes, now he steps up. Drops it over into the flat, incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, John Coleman.
Now that time Oak Hill just rushed 3 and they dropped 8, so they were really making Hudson try to scan the field and find an open receiver, and sometimes that's hard to do with 8.
Just a little behind Coleman that time. Probably should have made the catch, but tough catch. So he was sliding down, it went behind him. So it brings up 3rd down now.
So Oak Hill's got their bigger package in on defense. They got their 3 big interior linemen in here on this 3rd and 5.
Hudson gets the play call in from the sideline. Now lines it up. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Jorge in the backfield, drops straight back. Got time going deep. He's got a man open, and it is Keller, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
Nice catch.
And they don't throw it to him a ton.
No.
That time he was lined up in that H-back and looked like he was lined up with Adam Long in man coverage, and he just got a step on Adam, and a really nice ball that time from Hudson hit him right in stride.
Yep, 36-yard pickup on that pass and catch. Ball down to the 23, 1st down and 10 for University. Same formation as the last time. Hudson drops the throw again. Pump fakes. Now he flushes out to his right. He's looking. Now he takes off with it down the sideline and gets a nice gain before he steps out of bounds.
And I tell you what, I was looking downfield. Oak Hill was being really aggressive with those receivers. They were really jamming them up down, even beyond the line of scrimmage, which you can do in high school. As long as the ball's not in the air, you can jam them up all the way down the field. And Oak Hill was really being aggressive with University's receivers down the field that time. Maybe that's why Hudson couldn't find anybody open.
Pick up a 5 for Hudson. That'll bring up 2nd down now and 5. Ball on the 18-yard line. Hudson drops the throw again. Flushes out, comes up the middle with it. He's going to keep it himself. And he's over the 15, down to about the 13 before he snowed under there. But I believe he got enough for first down. It's going to be awful close to the first down. I think it is the first down ball
right.
on the 13, I believe.
But not a bad job that time by Oak Hill. They were able to contain him for a rather short gain.
Yep.
So you'll live with that. Yeah, you don't want to move the sticks, but you'll live with Hudson tucking it because that's really not his game. Hudson wants to stand in the pocket and find receivers. He doesn't want to tuck it and run.
It actually gets down to the 12, so that'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Keller moves over to the left side now. And the big man you talked about earlier, Lewis, is in the backfield now. 6 foot, 294 pounds. They fake it to him, throw the screen out to Coleman on the left side. He's got blockers, and he's down inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. So a pickup of 8 for Coleman on the screen.
That's a nicely little design play.
Yep.
Like you said, they lined up Keller on the wing over there. They faked the run in the interior, and then they throw the screen, and they got Keller and the other receivers, the lead blocker. So that was a nicely designed play by University that time.
8:35 to go here in the first half of play. University knocking on the door again. 2nd down and 2.
Now they have big Malik Lewis, 294-pounder, and if he's running behind Keller, that is a load. That's a lot of beef right there.
Yes, it is. And they are going to give it to him behind Keller, and he plows his way through, and he's still going. And he's down close to the goal line. And they say he was stopped short.
I don't know why you don't do that again.
I don't know.
I would just do that again.
Yep.
Say, here, big guy, go get it.
Go get the touchdown. And University has to be careful here. I saw a lineman come in and try to hit from the back and push him forward. We saw that last week. That's not allowed in high school football. You can't aid a runner like that. And I don't think he needs any help.
He doesn't need any help. I totally agree with you.
He's big enough to
He
move
does
all
okay
around
on his
up.
own.
He can get it that far by himself.
If you see on the screen, number 79 is Big Mason England. He's a right guard. He's 6'4", 365. So we have another monster to deal with here tonight.
Yep. All right. So it looks like the big man might get it again here. And he does. And he plows forward. And
That's almost impossible to stop.
Yeah.
And they're still not no, you know what? They're still not saying he got in.
and
Luke Hudson is beside himself. He thought he got in.
Yep, they were adamant that
The refs are still saying he didn't get in. I got to tell you, I mean, from up here, it looked like it was almost impossible for him not to have gotten in. But
well, the ball's marked right on the goal line. I mean, it's 2 inches. He goes under center again. All of them piling up in the middle like he's getting it, and they know it. Now, this time, I believe they did stop him. This time,
they did stop him.
Yep.
Look at Adam Long, among others.
Yep.
They stopped, and they absolutely stuffed him that time.
Yeah, that time I don't think there was any question he didn't make it.
Adam Long, Mikey Spike, just a host of Oak Hill Red Devils. And I tell you what, University's lucky they didn't get called for a penalty because I think that was Jackson who came in and was trying to push him, and you can't do that.
Yep.
So they're very lucky they didn't get a penalty on that.
So he loses a few inches. So it'll be 3rd down now and goal. And again, looks like it's about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet.
I love the QB sneak here.
Yeah.
They got Keller back there now. See if Keller gets it.
You may even see a fake here and him roll with it. And they give it to Keller this time, and he is in as he lands in the end zone after jumping over. So that's going to be a touchdown for University. It wasn't easy, but they get it in. And they move back ahead and retake the lead, 11-7. Extra point coming up.
Yeah, nice answer drive that time by the Hogs.
Yep, looks like they might go for 2 here. So they keep the offense out on the field, and it does look like they are going to go for 2. They lead at 11-7. We got 2 receivers to each side. Got the big man Lewis in the backfield with Hudson. Send Jackson in motion. They give him a little shuffle pass ahead to him, and he trots it into the end zone.
Yeah, that's the old Tavon Austin play. WV used to run that little shovel pass as he comes in motion. Nicely designed play.
Ethan Jackson with the 2-point conversion, and that puts University High up 13-7 with 6:20 to go in the first half. Take us a break. We'll come back after these messages. Stay with us.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
Welcome back. John Coleman set to kick it away for University. And last kickoff, he boomed it in the end zone. This one here, it's going to be all in inside the 10 by Gray, Elijah Gray, and he gets it out to the 25. So Oak Hill will start on their own 25, trailing 13-7.
So in the last drive, Greg, Oak Hill was able to make some nice plays through their screen game. They had the nice third down conversion to Mikey Spike, mixed in some QB run, mixed in some runs with J.D. Moritz. So a really balanced drive for the Devils last time.
Yep.
And hopefully they can answer University right here.
All right, here's Lewis in the shotgun, got J.D. Moritz beside him. Two receivers split to either side. They fake it to Moritz. He keeps it himself, but he's going to be dropped, and he's going to lose yardage on that play.
Yeah, University was all over that time. So, again, you want to get some positive yardage here on first down. That's been several times tonight that on first down, Oak Hill's gotten themselves behind the sticks.
Yep.
And if you get yourself in obvious passing situations, now University can maybe dial up some blitzes and be a little more aggressive on their end. So first down's always a key down.
Sure is. Malachi Lewis loses 2. Back to the 24. So we'll see what the Oak Hill offense draws up here. Same formation. Lewis going to throw the quick out, almost intercepted out there. Somebody read that.
That was the safety. That was number 82 for University. We called his name earlier. He had a nice tackle.
Yep. James Fortney Garbert.
Yeah, he jumped that.
Yep.
And he was looking to pick that off. So, yeah, he saw that was coming. He sniffed that out.
He sure did. Third down now and 12 for Oak Hill.
But, again, if you see him being that aggressive, maybe at some point you come back with that pump and go.
Right.
You show that screen action, then try to get somebody downfield because he was very aggressive that time trying to break that up. And I guarantee you Oak Hill made a note of that.
All right, 3rd and 12. 3 receivers split out to the left-hand side. Malachi Lewis drops. He steps up in the pocket, and he runs right in to the defensive lineman that time. Not sure he saw him. Anthony Rivera.
Yeah, that's two nice plays by Rivera tonight.
Yep. So, short-lived drive there for Oak Hill, 3 and out. And they lose back.
So last week, Malachi was able, when he didn't like what he saw, he was able to find some lanes through the rush. University doing a much better job than Beckley did of having a contained rush and keeping Malachi in the pocket.
Yep. And the punt is blocked. And University will again have it inside Oak Hill territory down around the 5-yard line.
Kaniska with the block.
Yep. Mason Mullen to punt, and he was in there quick and blocked the punt, and they recover it on the 4. So, 1st and goal from the 4. 4:40 left in the first half. So another big special teams play by the University High Hawks.
They got Keller lined up there in that tailback position again.
Yep. Keller in the I-back spot. Lewis in the H-back spot. Hudson going to throw it from the 4. And he throws it in the end zone, and it is incomplete. Coleman had it, then dropped it, but I think he would have stepped out of bounds anyway. Goes incomplete. Bring up 2nd down now and goal from the 4.
Colton Naylor checking in for David Spalding. So Oak Hill trying to get some more beef in their goal line package. So they have Knight and Naylor and Sullivan, their big 3 interior defensive linemen in there. And that's really the only beef Oak Hill really has. The rest of them are kind of smallish linebackers. So when they go heavy, that's as heavy as they usually go.
Yep. All right, Hudson again in the shotgun. Lewis and Kaler. Gives it to Kaler, and he plows forward close to the goal line. Let's see what the signal is. University says touchdown. Officials say nope, not quite. So he gains 3.5 down to the inside the 1 again. Ball down on the goal line.
But again, with Kaler and Lewis and then the big lineman, if they're inside the 1, it's going to be almost impossible to keep them out of there.
Yep. Clock ticks down to 4 minutes now. 3rd and goal. Lewis and Kaler in the backfield. They give it to Kaler behind Lewis, and he walks into the end zone for the touchdown. So the special teams mistake by Oak Hill. And University, another easy touchdown, short drive.
Well, yeah, the block, you can't give them the ball inside the 10. Block punt, huge that time. Oak Hill special teams let them down. So, yeah, and we always, we do pregame breakdowns, and a lot of times you'll forget to talk about special teams, and big breakdown on the Oak Hill's punt team that time.
Yep, sure was. As again, Kisler, I think is his name, came through untouched. Blocked it easily.
Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yep, going for 2 again. Hudson looks to his left, throws it, and he gets it to Coleman this time. Pretty easy reception there. Just went to the end zone, turned around, and caught it. And give the 2 points to University High, and they take a 21-7 lead with 3 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, Coach Marion wants to. He's going to want to let them regroup a little bit. I'm seeing a little bit of frustration from Oak Hill players too. Malachi was a little frustrated. I saw Braden Knight on the touchdown kind of throw his hands up like he was upset. And you don't want to give up plays like that, but you have to regroup. And Oak Hill has to do what they've done all year, which is regroup and then come back and get back in the ball game.
Yep. You can't. You can't keep giving them field position inside your own 10-yard line. That's obvious.
Right.
And, the other drive by University was a nice drive, but the field position's been very advantageous for University and makes it difficult. So just a few mistakes here and there, and University, good football team, taking advantage of it. And you can't make mistakes like that against a good football team, or it'll cost you.
Well, we're seeing, when you have a kicker who can kick it deep like that, what it does mean for field position a lot. They were able to get a touchback. When Elijah did return it, he was started inside his own 5, and right now Oak Hill doesn't have that luxury.
Right. And here's Coleman set to kick it away, and he booms it away, and it's going to be through the hands of the up back, and I have to see who that is. But he picks it up and comes up the left sideline and has nice positive yardage as he gets out over the 30. That was Z. Lewis.
Yeah.
Ball went through his hands. He was able to retrieve it.
It was funny. He went back there and picked it up, and he paused just for a second. And you see that sometimes when you're watching games. If the returner pauses and just stops for a minute, it's almost like it throws the kickoff coverage off. It throws them off out of sync, and you saw Z all of a sudden able to get right up the sideline for a nice return.
Yep. Gets it up to the 31.5-yard line. Oak Hill start their 1st and 10. 3:40 to go in the first half. Malachi Lewis drops the throw again. Drops it over the middle, breaks a tackle. Nice job by Spack that time as he broke a tackle, gets it up over the 40 to the 43.
And University, they're playing a zone, and Mikey's done a good job a couple of times of just finding a soft spot in that zone.
Yep.
We've seen some other teams this year play man on Oak Hill. University's not, so that's something you can adjust your routes to.
Yep. Ball up to the 43, so a nice pickup there of 12. New set of downs, 1st and 10. Moritz in the backfield with Lewis. Lewis rolls to his right. Now looks, pressure comes, and now he throws it down the sideline and out of bounds.
Malachi took a big hit that time from Malik Lewis.
Pretty obvious he was just trying to get rid of it there. And, of course, you can't throw it away in high school, but He did throw it down the sideline far enough away nobody could get it, so it goes incomplete.
I wouldn't mind seeing him throw that about 2 or 3 yards, a little more out of bounds there. That was close to being picked off.
And maybe a second sooner.
Yeah.
To keep from getting killed.
I just saw Elijah Gray check out. I don't know if he's shaken up or not. He doesn't come out a whole lot. Looks like Armani Hicks has checked in for him at his slot position.
Yep. He was in the shotgun, and they're going to run Moritz this time with a sweep around the left side. Fights his way forward across the 45 to about the 47.
And again, we see right at the end, I think they're going to blow it down, but University is really stripping at that ball.
Yep.
They are really making an effort to try to get that ball loose. So Oak Hill's really got to button up their ball security a little bit, because we've already seen several loose balls, whether they've been recovered or not.
Ball up to the 46, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Oak Hill. And right here, you don't want to give this thing up. You really need another 1st down here if you're Oak Hill. Lewis drops the throw. Drops it over in the flat, and he completes it to, I believe that's Spack.
I think that was Spalding that time.
Yep.
If they're going to be just short.
Just short.
I think this is 4-down territory, though, when you get in the plus 50 at this distance.
Yep.
So I got to think Coach Marion's going to go for it here. Now, what surprises me is JD's checking out. You would think this might be JD Moritz time.
Yeah. The
So,
official indicates about 2 feet for the 1st down.
so
4th
Tyler
down.
Ashmore's checked in for JD.
And they give it to him. He's got plenty for the 1st down. Breaks up the middle and gets it all the way down to the 36 of University. So nice run. Needed a couple feet.
I've said it all year. I've said if there's a Tyler Ashmore fan club, if there's not, I should start one. Every time Tyler Ashmore gets in the game and gets a chance to carry the ball, he has a really nice run.
Yep.
He really makes the most of his limited opportunities.
Sure does.
Big play that time.
Yep, picked up 12 there. Big 4th down pickup. So if anything else, it helps us with the clock. There's Ashmore again, and again, driving forward, positive yards.
That's a nice 1st down. That's what Oak Hill needs on 1st down.
Yep.
If you're losing 2 or 3 yards, now you're in trouble. But if you're 5 and 6, now you got University on their heels. Your whole playbook's opened up to you. You can do whatever you want to. That's what you want to do on 1st downs, get that ground game going.
Yep. Gets it down to the 31. Picks up about 5 on the play. Clock continues to roll. We're almost down to a minute here in the 1st half. Lewis going to keep it himself this time. And he's got enough for the 1st down. And Moore, as he splits it outside, tries to get the edge. May have lost a yard or two when he bounced it outside. But he's going to be close. And Oak Hill calls the timeout here. I think going to be close to a 1st down. We'll have to see here. I don't know if we'll get a measurement or not, but I think he had the 1st down, then he tried to bounce outside, and he may have lost a yard there.
Yeah, I think if he went north-south just a little bit more, I think he would have had that easy.
Yep.
Malachi tried to use his speed to get to the outside. Now, you might be able to do that against some other teams. That's probably a little tougher against the Hawks here tonight.
Chains haven't moved over, and they do have 3rd down. Looks like about maybe a half a yard again. Oak Hill takes that timeout with 53 seconds to go in the 1st half. So, again, that 1st down was huge to, if nothing else, run the clock. It'd be nice to get down here and get a score before halftime.
That would be huge. Yeah, if Oak Hill could get a score here at the end of the half, that would really do a lot for their psyche and get some momentum back here.
All right, 3rd down and less than a yard. Again, looks like about 2 feet.
No, Ashmore's still in the game for JD. They're giving JD a little blow here.
All right, Malachi Lewis in the shotgun. And they fake the handoff, going to throw it. And that is going to be bottled up, and that's going to be a loss there of a couple of yards. So now it's going to bring up another 4th down play for Oak Hill. So that wasn't executed very well.
Yeah, another nice play that time from the safety. I believe that's Scorbert who came up from the safety position. He's jumped that screen a couple different times now for University.
Yep. So ball out to the 28, brings up 4th down now and a yard and a half. Lewis in the shotgun. I give it to Ashmore, and he breaks right up the middle with it, and he's down inside the 10, still moving inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So again, Ashmore again.
He's got really good vision.
Yep.
Just a cut right up inside the hole there. Tyler has really good vision at that running back position, and he's given Oak Hill a little spark here on this drive.
Another 4th down pickup. Oak Hill takes the final timeout that they have, 13 seconds to go. So the ball is on the 9-yard line. You have probably time to throw one in the end zone.
Greg, how many times have we seen Oak Hill in this position at the end of halves this year? I know we Independence last week against Beckley, right now against University. But, so you're out of timeouts. You're inside the 10, so you got to take shots at the end zone. But we've seen Oak Hill be able to dial up some magic here this year, and hopefully they can here again.
Yep, like you said.
Right here. They need it.
Score would be huge right here before half. Obviously to tighten up the game, but give you a little more confidence and momentum. And you get to kick off.
Again, with Malachi's athleticism, I'm always a fan of rolling the pocket a little bit here, maybe giving him a run-pass option. And then if nothing's there, maybe he can even dance out of bounds and buy yourself another play here.
Right.
He's got a 3-receiver set over here to the left. He's got Mikey over here by himself on the right. Mikey looks like he's in man coverage. See if he runs a slant here to Mikey.
Lewis drops. He's looking to his left. Now he steps up. Now he flushes out and got a man wide open in the end zone. Elijah Gray for the touchdown. So Lewis buys himself some extra time as he stepped up into the pocket and then flushed out to the left. Stopped before he got to that line of scrimmage and drops it into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown for Oak Hill. Big play for the Red Devils.
Just a great job by Malachi. Great pocket awareness. You're right. He stopped right. He knew exactly where that line of scrimmage was and where he couldn't go past, kept his eyes downfield. And University has to honor Malachi's scrambling ability. They leave Elijah in the corner of the end zone by himself.
All right, here's Pino with the extra point try. And it is good. And the score with 6.8 seconds to go. University 21, Oak Hill 14.
So once again, we see Oak Hill at the end of the half.
Yep.
No timeouts, but they're able to get a touchdown. That's 3 times this year that Oak Hill's been able to do that right at the end of the half and get a huge score to get back in the game. And they needed it too.
Oh, yeah.
You could see after that last University touchdown, you could see Oak Hill was a little frustrated. I'm seeing some kids kind of throw their hands up in the air. They needed that before they went into the locker room. So big drive that time by the Red Devils.
Yep, 10 plays. They went 69 yards, and they did it in 3 minutes and 34 seconds, and they left 6 seconds on the clock. So Pino will have to kick it away. Probably have time for one play after that. And depending on the run, if they run it back.
And I believe Oak Hill will get the ball to start the second half here.
Yep, sure will. Yeah, they won, deferred, and kicked it off to start the game. So Pino set to kick it away for Oak Hill. Let's see what kind of kick Pino does this time. You never know for sure. Squib kick kicked up inside the 10.
That should do it.
And he's still running, but that's going to run the clock out, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. A good, exciting first half again. University High leads at 21-14 over the Oak Hill Red Devils. We'll be back here in just a moment. Get you all set for the second half of play. You're watching Friday Night High School Football, the Oak Hill Red Devils on the New River Network. Stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.
Into the halftime festivities on the New River Network. As you can see, University's players and coaches are heading out the field, and we have ourselves a good one. The Hawks have themselves a lead, 21-14 in the half, and Oak Hill got right back into it there as the half ends. And I say what I said last week. I think I got the best seat in the house, and I think we're going to have ourselves a heck of a second half, so stay with us on the New River Network. I am Lucas Berry checking in from the sideline. Chris and Greg, hope you guys are warm up there.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
And now we welcome to the field the red regime of Oak Hill High, the Oak Hill High School Marching Red Devils, led by Director Travis Myers and Assistant Director Derek Crawford. The Oak Hill High School Marching Band would like to thank the following for their various sponsorships to the band this year: Southern Community Bank, Kobe Asian Fusion, McDonald's, Mountain Vending, Tom's, State Farm, The Stash, Cathedral Cafe, Designs by Marla James, Tyree Funeral Home, Harmony for Hope, The Best Family, Chris Groves Chiropractic, Papa John's, Corner Gas and Grill, Pendleton Community Bank. Commanders Kylie Atkins and Catherine Dyer. Is your band ready? Allison
like they're just waiting for the running back to get through. Well, I've seen that time they left the block and get in the field. Go down and get the ball first.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of high school football. We're here at John P. Duda Stadium tonight. The Oak Hill Red Devils taking on the University High Hawks. University High leads it right now 21-14. Halftime winding down. Teams out here getting loosened up. Officials making their way to midfield with the captains. And University will be kicking off to Oak Hill. And, Chris, that was a huge score before halftime by Oak Hill.
Yeah, and we talked about it. That's the third time Oak Hill's been able to do that right at the end of the half this year, is get a touchdown. And last week against Beckley, they were able to double down on that and come back and get the opening kickoff and score again. That would be great if they could do that again here tonight. But, yeah, that was a big drive for Oak Hill. They were down 21-7. Frustration was starting to set in, but Oak Hill's done what they've done all year, and they keep clawing back.
Yep. And, again, the game tonight for Oak Hill, if they win, they will secure a home field playoff game, maybe more. We don't really know. They will make the playoffs regardless, but they like to have that home field advantage. So that's what's on the line for them tonight. But, again, formidable opponent with University High. It's a good football team. They've got size. They got some speed, got a nice quarterback. Defensively, they're good, quick, and it's taken Oak Hill a little while to adjust to it. I think they're, of course, every team is outsized Oak Hill, it seems like.
Yeah, Oak Hill, they're going to give up size to most of the AAA teams they play this year, and they're giving up size to University, but that hasn't been a deterrent for them so far this year. And, again, they're hanging in there. We saw down here in the first half, University had to take 3 or 4 cracks where they were finally able to get it in the end zone. So Oak Hill, they're not going to quit. They always bow up and play tough.
Oh, yeah.
And again, we've talked all year. Coach Marion and his staff have been great at making halftime adjustments. Oak Hill has actually been a second-half team all season, so we'll see if that can continue here tonight.
Yep. John Coleman set to kick it off for University. A strong leg. Boomed it into the end zone one time.
Yeah, he does have a strong leg. He's a nice-looking kicker.
Yep.
39-yard field goal here tonight. Yeah.
Right. And here comes Coleman at it, and we are underway for the second half of play. Picked up down inside the 5. And
again,
Z. Lewis with it.
That's a nice weapon to have.
Yep.
Oak Hill's starting to drive at the 20-yard line.
Right.
And, every time we kick off, University is starting their drives well beyond that. So Coleman's making, even if Coleman isn't catching a lot of passes, which he's a good receiver too, he's having a big effect tonight with that left leg of his.
Yeah, and even if, in that case, Z. Lewis picks the ball up, he's inside the 5, had a fairly nice return, but you're still starting on the 20, and that's tough.
Yeah, long way to go.
All right, Malachi Lewis, quarterback for Oak Hill, and he fakes the handoff to J.D. Moritz, keeps it himself, and gets wrapped up there.
That's a nice play by Jack Breyer that time, yeah. Again, they pulled that backside guard and tackle that time, and the fake to J.D. in the interior, but Breyer was having none of it. Nice play from his linebacker position that time for the Hawks.
Yep, no gain on the play. Brings up second down now and 10. Ball on the 20. 2 receivers split to each side. Malachi Lewis drops the throw. Throws it over to the left side. Going to pick up about 6 there to Spalding.
And you'll take that again.
Oh, yeah.
A nice little out pattern that time by David Spalding. Again, it looks like to me University's playing some type of zone. So you'll take that little 5 or 6 yard. Yeah, that'll put you in third and manageable here.
So that'll bring up third down now, just over 3. And I know we always talk about big plays and big moments in games. Important here for Oak Hill to try to sustain a drive. And Malachi Lewis is going to be dropped short.
Just short, yeah, he is.
First down, so probably going to have to punt it away here.
You're really rolling the dice. It's fourth and it might be. It looks like it might be a full yard.
Yep.
It would really be rolling the dice. But I tell you what, I think he's keeping his offense on the field here, Greg. So
leaves him out there.
Nah, and he's shown that he's a gambler. He's not afraid to roll the dice, and he's going to leave his offense out there.
Well, they have had some problems with, their punt team struggled a little bit last week and this week already with a block punt tonight. That may weigh into it as well. 4th and 1. Big play here. Going to throw it. And same play as before. And it is caught out there, and I'm going to guess that's Spalding again.
Yeah.
Hauls it in at the 29, so that's going to be enough for the first down.
There's gambling, and then there's gambling, throwing it on 4th and 1 gambling.
Yeah, and gaining 1.
yeah, exactly.
I thought the 31.
Coach Marion pushed all his chips to the middle of the table there, but good, strong catch by David Spalding, though. That was good, tight coverage, and he showed good hands hauling that in and holding on to it.
Here's a handoff to Moritz. Going to try to run him a little bit. He gets nowhere.
Yeah, he's been bottled up again here tonight. You know, Beckley did a good job last week of bottling him up. And other than a few nice runs by Tyler Ashmore on that last drive of the first half, University's kind of been sitting on that Oak Hill ground game a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, JD's they're really sitting on JD, and he can't get uncorked tonight. And again, they might start using him as a lead blocker here, not even faking it to him, just using him as an extra blocker. Maybe that can spring Malachi on some design QB runs here.
No gain. 2nd down and 10. A little bubble screen out there, and he's got running room with it. Nice play. Matthias Spack with it. And he's going to pick up 11 on the play for a first down. So nice job on the wide receiver screen.
Well, they've been a good screen team this whole year, and that's been an effective play against University tonight. And again, we've seen the safety come up a couple times very aggressive on that screen. Look for a pump and go. They looked for it once in the first half, and Malachi decided to pull it down and run it. But if they're going to get some positive yards on that screen game and the safety's going to be aggressive, we might see that pump and go later on in the game.
Yep. All right, new set of downs for Oak Hill. Ball on the 42. And they give to Moritz. This time he's got positive yards up over the 45 to the 47. So there's a nice run by J.D. Moritz.
That's what you want to do. Give me that 4 and 5 yards on first down. That helps so much if you can get some good positive yards on first down.
Yep.
2nd and 5 is so much different than 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11.
Absolutely. So we'll give him 6 on that. He's 2nd down and about 4.5. Here's Lewis, hands it off to Moritz again, and again, positive yards and enough for a first down. Gets into University High territory, down to their 47. So that's another first down for Oak Hill.
That's going to be big if they can get JD going here a little bit, because they can do so much off of that if you get JD going. Now you open up that screen game more. You open up some shots downfield. You open up the QB run. So getting JD going is so big for Oak Hill, because he really keys their offense.
3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. He was going to throw again. They look for that little screen pass, and again we got room over here with it as Elijah Gray catches and takes it down inside the 40 to the 37-yard line.
Man, David Spalding did a really nice job of locking his man up that time and able to spring Elijah. You cannot have a good screen game without receivers willing to block.
Yep.
And Oak Hill's receivers have done a good job here tonight, been able to spring their brothers on these screen games. Nice job by Spalding. Nice job by Elijah that time. Nice drive going.
Yep. Gives Oak Hill a new set of downs from the University 36-yard line. Fake it this time to Moritz. Keeps it himself. Malachi Lewis does, and he's breaking tackles, and he's down close to the 30. We'll give him the 31. So nice pickup there again of 5 yards. And like you said earlier, that's what they need to do. 5 yards, 5 yards. It's all positive.
Very patient run that time by Malachi, too. He let his blocks develop, but yeah, when you get JD going, now you can fake it to JD in the interior of the line. Malachi can keep it, and you can run so much off of that when JD's starting to have a positive effect on the game.
Yep, opens everything up. Give it to Moritz again over the right side. He bounces to his outside. Now cuts it up, gets it over the 30. And wait to see. It's close to a first down. I believe he may be just a tad short. They mark it back just a little bit toward maybe the 29. We'll bring up 3rd and about 2.
But this is where you want to be. So 3rd and 2, you got 2 plays to get it. So Coach Marion can do anything he wants to here.
Yep. So he sends 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. There's J.D. Moritz back in the backfield with Malachi Lewis. And they give it to Moritz straight ahead. He's got plenty for the first down as he plows ahead to the 24-yard line. And that is more than enough for that first down. Good positive gain again.
We saw a big collision that time between JD and Keller. We thought we'd see a few of those tonight. Those are two big kids. Keller with a nice tackle that time, but JD with a nice positive game, and Oak Hill's in business here now.
Yep, on the 24 of University. 5:45 left in this third quarter. Oak Hill chewing up the clock. And that's a good way to keep people from scoring. Is just hold on the ball.
Keep them off the field.
Yep. All right, same formation again. JD Moritz back there with Malachi. Fakes it to JD. Pressure comes, throws it deep. Got a man wide open. And it's Spalding. He hauls it in at the 5, and he's down close to the goal line. Can't quite get it in, but he will be down inside the 1.
Well, that was the pump and go.
Yep, there you go.
That was the pump and go. I was telling you, they could be setting that up. And I was going to say pre-snap, University that time had a lot more defensive backs committed to the line of scrimmage. I think they were smelling the screen. And, again, great call by Marion at the right time. Or whoever calls. I'm giving credit to Coach Marion. I don't know if he's calling the plays.
Not sure who calls them.
Whoever's doing it, that's a really nice job.
Yep. Because they play fake to J.D. Moritz. The whole defense stepped up. Left a man wide open, left Spalding wide open down there. Easy passing catch. First and goal from the 1. Moritz going to lead him through the hole, and he walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Oak Hill back on the board. Beautiful drive to start second half.
Over 7 minutes taken off the clock there too, Greg. And that's the second week in a row that Oak Hill has gotten the last possession of the first half, the first possession of the second half, and scored touchdowns on both of them.
Yeah, and that was 7 minutes almost to the T. 7 minutes and 1 second on that drive. So Pino, the extra point to tie.
Oh, no.
And
I think he slipped.
Like he slipped, he fell. So the extra point, no good. So the score stands 21-20 with 4:49 to go here in the third quarter of play. Impressive drive by Oak Hill.
Just a really unlucky break that time by Jackson. It looked like he'd absolutely just lost his footing on that extra point.
Oak Hill goes 80 yards in 12 plays, eat up 7 minutes of the clock.
That was and really balanced drive, too. They got the run game going with JD. Screen game going. We saw the pump and go. Just a really good balanced drive that time, and had a University guessing a little bit that time.
Yeah, and if you're an Oak Hill fan and you were asked, what would you like to see to start this second half? You'd say an 80-yard drive, eat up some clock, and score.
Oh, man, that was perfect. That was beautiful.
And that's exactly what you need. The only flaw was the extra point. Again, looked like he slipped and just lost his footing. So he's pretty solid with that extra point. So he'll kick off now. And hopefully the defense can step it up. And he kicks a high kickoff. Hauled in at the 10. And that is Hayden George on the return, and he gets it out to the close to the 30. We'll see where they spot it.
Yeah, but good coverage by Oak Hill's kickoff coverage team that time. Didn't let him get much or spring down the sideline there. And if you can have University start at the 30 rather than the 40, 45, you'll take that all day.
Yep. So I'll say Oak Hill's so used to having teams start on the 45, 50-yard line.
Yeah.
It seems like they're backed up in their own end zone. So 1st and 10 for University. Starting on their own 30.
Now, Oak Hill's got their jet defense in here now with Derek Sullivan as that only interior lineman.
Hudson in the shotgun, got Jorge behind him. See the man in motion. They run the jet sweep, and that is Jackson. Nice play. Ethan Jackson with the carry. Nice play out there.
They just kept stringing it out, and Adam Long was able to finish it off from his linebacker position. But, if you're Oak Hill and you got your smallish defense in there, you want University to go test the edges.
Yeah, that's right.
University maybe should be looking to run north-south here because you're playing right into Oak Hill's hands going east-west here. So Adam Long, who's having a great year from his linebacker position, he came in the night with 103 tackles. He's got 12 tackles for loss. Both of those are around the tops in the state. So Adam's had a great year from his linebacker position here this year.
Jackson picks up about a yard, not quite a yard. Brings up second down and 9. Hudson in the shotgun. Gives it to Jorge. Defense closes in, and they drag him down after little or no gain. So this Oak Hill defense starting to step it up a little bit here. Bring up third down now and a long 9.
Yeah, I was trying to see who got to the top. I know Derek Sullivan kind of held up his man. Isaiah Conley came in, cleaned that up. James Ludwig. So, yeah, nice first 2 plays of the defensive series for the Devils here. They want to hold him here on this third down and get the ball back. This would be huge. You go 3 and out.
Give him a yard on that one. Brings up third and 8.
No, they're going empty backfield. They haven't done that yet this game.
Hudson takes the snap, drops, pressure comes. He steps up, eludes the first tackler, but he can't elude the others as he crosses the 35 to about the 37, and he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. So University will be forced to punt it away. So good job by the Oak Hill defense.
So that time they brought Aaron Higginbotham on a blitz from his outside linebacker position. Hudson saw him coming and tucked it, and we said earlier, Hudson's not Malachi. That's not his game. So if you can get Hudson to pull it down and run it, you're winning.
Stephen Gregg, the punter for University, punts it away. Beautiful kick. Spalding back to the 25. He drops it. Now he picks it up and tries to go with it. Breaks the tackle. Gets up over the 30 before he's finally brought down. Wrapped up and tackled finally by Marcos Kniska.
So this is very reminiscent of the way the Beckley game went last week. Last week, Oak Hill got the ball first. In the second half, went down, scored. 3 and out, just like tonight with University. So, again, very reminiscent of last week. And if Oak Hill could get a score here, that would be huge. They have been a second-half team all year, and so far here in the third quarter, they're showing it again.
First and 10 for Oak Hill from the 30. Second drive of their night. They've had the ball for a long time tonight. And they'll probably eat up the rest of this third quarter.
I would go screen right here.
Yep. And that's what they're going to do. It looks like
got to get a block, though.
Ethan Jackson knew it, too. And he called the play himself and incomplete, which is probably a break for Oak Hill because they would have lost 2 or 3 yards.
I tell you what, the way in the defensive alignment, it was calling for a screen. University was not aligned right, but Spalding couldn't quite get a block on Jackson. If Spalding can hold his block on Jackson, that play's going somewhere.
He had a lot of running room.
He did, yeah. We were 1 block away from that being a really nice play that time. As soon as I saw the defensive alignment, I thought that I'd run a screen here. They had the right play called. They just needed a block out there.
Yep. All right, they go back to Moritz now up the middle, and again, positive yards for him. And there's another first down. He breaks another tackle. He's up over the 50 to the 40, down to the 30, the 20. He's not going to be caught as he goes into the end zone for the Oak Hill touchdown. J.D. Moritz. And the Oak Hill Red Devils have retaken the lead with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Great job by the Oak Hill offensive line. Opened up a huge hole for J.D. Moritz.
Boy, how about that?
Man alive.
That's got to be J.D.'s longest run of the year. J.D.'s not really a kid that's going to go 50, 60 most of the time, but he sure did that time. Great job by the line, and again, really good vision by J.D.
Yep.
Nice
70
play.
yards. I said they'd probably eat up the rest of the quarter, but they went on a 70-yard run, so that's not going to eat up time, but it is a score. Here's Pino on the extra point kick this time. He's up and good with it, and the Oak Hill Red Devils have retaken the lead with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in the third quarter. Oak Hill 26, University 21. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
All right, welcome back. J.D. Moritz, 70 yards for the go-ahead TD for Oak Hill. And like you said, second half team, and they've come out, scored 2 quick ones here in this second half.
You could not have asked for a better start for Oak Hill for this second half.
Pino with the kickoff. He kicks it deep. And again, it is.
Now, Greg,
Hayden George.
on the extra point, I saw Derek Sullivan came limping off, and they got the trainer down there looking. That's a key player for Oak Hill. He plays on offense and defense.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that trainer down there talking to him now.
I see Braden Knight in there for him on the defensive line right now. So now Oak Hill again going with that jet defense where Knight's the only true interior lineman and everybody else is a linebacker or defensive back. So they're checking out Big Derek down there.
Yep.
He's a key player.
All right, drive starting on the 34.
Again, an empty
George.
set for
Yep.
University. This is different for them.
Now they send Jackson back into the backfield, and they give him the ball over the left side, and he's got running room over the left side, up over the 40.
That's a little wrinkle for University. So they show that 5 receiver set, then they motion Jackson back into the backfield. He's usually their primary pass catcher, but they were able to get a nice little about 6 or 7 yard gain that time. So a little wrinkle from University we haven't seen tonight.
Yep. Clock down to a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Second down and 2 for University. Again, that empty backfield.
And Oak Hill's playing, looks like it may be a cover 2. They got 2 safeties back, which Oak Hill doesn't always do that a lot.
Yep. Again, they send Jackson. He comes back into the backfield, and they give it to him this time over the other side, and this time he's going to be bottled up.
Yeah, Adam Long blew that up that time. Aaron Higginbotham helped clean it up, but
Yep.
Oak Hill was ready for that time.
Yep, no gain on the play. Brings up third down now for University.
They showed the same action that time. That time they brought Jackson from the left-hand side of the formation, though. But Adam was able to sniff it out. Nice play that time for the Devils. And again, another big third down here for Oak Hill.
Yep, third down and 2. Ball on the 41-yard line. Hudson getting the play call in from the sideline. Clock continuing to roll. It's down in 30-second range.
Now they got Beeler, who's usually the H-back. He's lined up in the backfield here with the quarterback.
Yep, probably a pass blocker here. Let's see. Yep, Hudson drops to throw, flushes out to his right on the run, throws it, and it is hauled in at the 45. And
That's John Coleman.
Yep, Coleman completion.
You know, it's
45.
pretty solid coverage from Oak Hill. You know, Coleman's a nice big target out there for him, and Hudson just threw it out there, and Coleman came down with it.
Yep.
I mean, I can't fault for Oak Hill for what they were doing. They just nice execution that time by the Hawks.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was a 3-yard gain. You needed 2.
Yeah,
They got
exactly.
3,
Yeah.
So not bad defense.
They definitely made them earn it that time.
Yep. Well, we got 20 seconds to go, and University with a new set of downs on their own 44. That's it in the shotgun. Going to throw it again, and we got a flag down before, and I wondered if they were going to call that tonight. Yeah, that's been several times that he has jumped early, and they finally call it. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first flag I've seen tonight.
I think you're right. I was going to say that. I think that's the first penalty flag we've seen tonight. So we need to tell Greg that this is on TV.
Dead ball. False start. Offense number 41. 5-yard penalty. Down remains first.
If he wants more airtime, he's going to have to throw that flag a little bit more.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody could hear that or not, but it was a false start.
I could hear it at about a volume 28.
Yeah.
It was in my ear pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same volume they got at home or not, but if it did, somebody probably turned their TV down now. That's a new feature they're trying out tonight.
Again, Oak Hill's got both their safeties back, Malachi and David Spalding. And I could be wrong. I'm not Tony Romo up here. This looks like it might be a cover 2, but they usually don't have both safeties back. Usually Malachi's a single high free safety, but David's back there with him right now.
Yep.
And they did this last week some against Beckley too. So this is a little bit different coverage from what Oak Hill's usually played most of the year.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. His officials are winning 20 seconds on the clock. Randy.
See, somebody told Greg this was on TV.
Yeah. A man Randy on the spot up here with the clock, and he's got it reset. 21 seconds, or actually 20.1 seconds. Hudson in the shotgun. Snap, looks to throw again. He's looking to his left. Now he drops back over the middle to Keller.
Nice tackle,
Nice
by
tackle
Adam
out there
Long.
by Long after a pickup of about 5. He'll get the yardage from the penalty back, and that's going to do it for this third quarter of play. As the clock winds down to 0, your score, Oak Hill 27, University High 21. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Let's get us a break in here, and we'll come back. Let's just replay real quick as Keller hauled the pass in, but a nice tackle there by Long. Good defensive play. All right, that's going to do it for the third. We'll be back, give you all this fourth quarter action as this thing winds down here on the New River Network. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
Welcome back. New River Network's coverage of high school football. Oak Hill leads at 27-21. I'd like to thank the Rainell Medical Center for their sponsorship tonight to make this possible. Always appreciate our sponsors. It allows us to get these things on the air for folks. Second down and 9 for University. Ball on the 45. Send Jackson in motion, left to right. Hudson drops. He's looking at Jackson. Now he throws deep down the sideline on that same side.
Picked off. Nope.
And almost intercepted by Elijah Gray, but falls incomplete. Good defense by Gray that time.
Great defense.
Yep.
Elijah was giving up a lot of size that time, but he was in great position, made a great play on the ball, almost picked it off. Elijah and Malachi both came into the game tonight with 4 interceptions. And if you look at Mike's preps, and the stats there can be kind of iffy. Not every school sends it in, but 4 interceptions would be among the top 10 in the state for individual players. So both of those guys have done a really nice job in the secondary for Oak Hill this season.
All right, brings up third down and 9. Big play here for this Oak Hill defense and for the University offense, I guess, if you're a University fan. Hudson rolls to his left. Pressure comes. Now he cuts back to his right. He's looking down the field as he's scrambling. And the pressure kind of faded there. Long pass, and it is caught. Great job by Ethan Jackson as the ball was underthrown, and he came back and pulled it in.
Well, Hudson is living up to his reputation. Rob Long told me before the game, he said Hudson will run, but he doesn't run to tuck it. He runs to extend the play, and he could have gotten that first down with his legs, but he was waiting on a receiver to break free, and that's exactly – it's really hard to cover guys – for that long.
Right.
It really is. And Hudson did a great job that time of finding his primary receiver, Jackson, that time. That's a big play.
And they had good coverage on him. He just came back. The ball was underthrown. He came back, and they couldn't get turned around to see it. So that's about a 50-yard completion down to the 5. First and goal for University at the 5-yard line. And they give it to
that's their big
Keller. And he's still spinning, and wow.
Yeah, they got their big package in here now at the goal line. Keller, and they got Lewis leading him up through there. Oak Hill, again, Derek Sullivan's not in again. He's still on the bench, so that's about as big as Oak Hill gets with Colton Naylor and Braden Knight in there at the interior. The rest of them are smallish guys, so down here at the goal line, Oak Hill's giving up a lot of size to University.
Second and goal from the 1. Keller, and, of course, Lewis is in again, the big man. He'll be a lead blocker here this time, it looks like, and they give it to Keller. He goes right behind him, and he powers it into the end zone for the touchdown for University. So they come right back and tie the game up, pinning the extra point. 10 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the game, and John Coleman will attempt to give University that lead back, 27 apiece right now.
You got to go back to that 3rd and 9, Greg, when Hudson was able to extend the play, and broken play, find his man downfield. It was a huge play for the Hawks that time.
Yep, sure was. Step back, it's good.
Blocked.
Boots it away, and it's blocked. So we talked earlier about the importance of these extra points. Oak Hill misses theirs. University misses theirs.
I love if we can get a replay, maybe we can see who can't. I don't think we can get one. I couldn't see. It's hard to see who got their hand up.
Right.
But that's a huge play. I mean, wow. Yeah, absolutely. Now we're still tied here.
Leaves us all knotted up at 27 apiece, 10:29 to go in the ball game. I don't know what else we would expect to have happened.
No, yeah, absolutely not.
Been that kind of game.
It's been that kind of year. Every time Oak Hill needs a play, they somehow come up with a play, and they did that time again, able to block that extra point to keep this a tie ball game.
Yep. Again, we want to thank the Raynell Medical Center for their sponsorship tonight. Excellent health care right here at home. Appreciate them making it possible for us to do these things for all our fans across the country. Oak Hill fans, alumni, or just people interested. Watch it from anywhere.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I'll take if you have a chance, if you see Darren McGuffin out on the street or send him a Facebook message, how nice is it to be able to sit in the comfort of your own home and watch a high school football? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that when I was growing up.
And I'll tell you what, not only that, highest quality you're going to see anywhere.
That's exactly right. It's a high quality broadcast.
The announcers are a little shaky, but other than that, everything's perfect.
Yeah, he needs to work on that. Everything else is pretty good, though.
Maybe
value.
he needs to send us somewhere for some training, maybe down in Miami or somewhere. All right, here's Coleman with the kick. He squibs it this time, and it's picked up by the up man. And let's see.
I guess they were trying to catch Oak Hill off guard a little bit that time.
Yep.
Carson Treadway, the freshman, did a nice job of getting it and just getting down. But my thing is, if you got a kid who can kick it deep, sometimes I think people outthink themselves on this, and just kick it deep.
This might be the best field position.
I was going to say that might be Oak Hill's best field position after a kickoff tonight at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would do it unless you were trying to surprise them. All right, here comes Malachi Lewis directing this Oak Hill offense. Give it to Moritz, first play up, and the defense waiting on him.
Yeah, he didn't have anywhere to go that time.
Dropped him for a couple-yard loss, maybe a yard.
That's a nice job by number 7, Jock Byrer, from his linebacker position. But give credit to the interior line. Rivera, Big Mason, Rudolph, number 79. He's 6'4", 365. Excuse me, that's Mason England. So they got their beef in as well. They were able to kind of stock up the line, and then Brower was able to clean it up from his linebacker position. Now, they don't have any safeties back up now.
Right. Yep, 11 guys up to the line of scrimmage, and Oak Hill looking to take advantage as they throw deep, and it looked like an interference, but no call, as it appeared that Josh Jorge definitely contacted Elijah Gray out there. Officials said no interference.
I'll tell you what, if they show that look again, Mikey Spike was 15 yards past his man. He was by himself in that 3-by-1 set.
Yep.
He was 15 yards by his man. And Malachi was looking for Elijah, it looked like, from the snap of the ball. But I guarantee you, Coach Marion is going to tell Malachi, if they show us that look again, we run that play, look down here and see what if Mikey's open, because he was wide open that time.
All right, Oak Hill's going to take a timeout, so we've got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout up here in the booth. 9:40 to go. All knotted up, 27 apiece. Stay with us.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
there in the backfield. So it's going to bring up a punt for Oak Hill.
The little miscommunication. I think he thought Elijah was going to keep going to the sidelines like a corner pattern, and it looked like Elijah thought he had found a spot in the zone he could kind of sit down. So just miscommunication that time from the Devils. We really got to get our punting game buttoned up here. We had it blocked last time. Mason struggled last week. We need a good punt right here. And actually, University, they do have somebody back. I take that back. We need a good punt right here from Mason.
Snap's good.
Oh, no.
And it's shanked again off to the left side. And I'm not sure if he took a hit back there. I can't really see. No, just cramping his leg.
Looks like he might be cramping up. University player actually trying to help him work that cramp out.
Yep.
But, man, yeah, another big mistake in the punt game for Oak Hill, and that has really killed them the last couple of weeks. They just can't get a good punt off.
Yep, and the ball looks like it went out on around the 30. Looks like it's where they're going to mark it. So I'm not sure. Maybe a 2-yard punt, possibly.
I don't know.
Man, tough to overcome there. They had a couple of those last week where and that time I think he probably just lost his concentration because the defender was coming again, who blocked the punt the last time. Oak Hill lucky they didn't get a hold on that because they basically tackled him to keep him from blocking it. And I think he saw him coming out of the corner of his eye and just shanked it.
Well, the tough part about this is, too, with Mason, whatever's ailing him down there, he's a starting inside linebacker, too, so somebody's going to have to step up. And I see Derek Sullivan down there. He's still trying to work out whatever's going on with him. So now you got a couple of defensive starters for the Devils who are banged up a little bit. So you're going to have to call on some kids who haven't got as much playing time this year to step up right here in a bad position.
Yep. All right, well, let's go ahead and squeeze in a break here while we're working on this injury out there. Let's get us a break in. You're watching high school football on the New River Network. Stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
All right, welcome back. McMullen finally gets off the field there with a cramp. But
so Carson Treadway, the freshman, is in here at a linebacker position, so he's getting thrown into the fire here. Big drive here for University. Big defensive possession here for Oak Hill.
Yep, University starting on the Oak Hill 30. First and 10. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, little bootleg, and it's hauled in out there by Keller. He's going to pick up about 8 on that pass play.
Nice job that time. They really sold the fake on the little stretch play to the left. Hudson was able to roll out. Isaiah Conley actually had decent coverage, but Keller just outflanked him a little bit, and Hudson was able to put it right on him for a nice gain that time.
Second down and called a long one. Clock stopped at 9:21.
So they got Lewis back here at the tailback, the big 294-pounder. They got their beef in.
And he dropped straight back. Lewis in the pass. Route, and Coleman hauls it in. Enough for the first down, knocked out of bounds.
Oak Hill brought some pressure that time. Looked like Adam Long was blitzing from his inside linebacker position. University did a decent job of picking it up.
Yep.
I think Hudson felt it a little bit and had a little outlet there on the outside, though.
First down completion down to the 17.
Hudson doesn't get too rattled back there. You can tell that he's played the position for a while.
So first and 10 at the 17-yard line. 9:15 on the clock now. Stopped. Lewis back there again. They fake it to him. They throw the double screen out to Ethan Jackson, and Jackson looking for yards, and he's stopped up at about the 10, so he got forward progress a couple of yards.
Oak Hill did a pretty good job of defending that time. Z. Lewis came up, put a nice hit on him, and waited as help came. But, more University trying to show them their own little bubble screen action. But, again, with the Devils having a smallish defense out there, that kind of plays into their hands. They want you to go east-west right now.
Pickup of about 7. I didn't think you got quite that many, but ball was
I
on
agree.
17
I didn't think
up to the 10.
They got more than I thought it did initially, too.
So it brings up second down, 3 to go. Keller in the backfield with Hudson. He drops the throw again. Pump fakes, now looks to the corner, and nice catch out there by Ethan Jackson as he was well covered that time by Elijah Gray. Just went up over Elijah and pulled it in. Beautiful catch by Ethan Jackson. Good throw, too. Right in the right place. So,
for a minute there, I thought Elijah was going to
I did
undercut
too.
that and maybe pick it off, but
perfectly thrown over his
really
head.
nice ball placement just out of Elijah's reach. And, he hit his favorite target out there in the corner of the end zone. So, again, it's a nice drive from University, but they start at the Oak Hill 30 after the botch punt. So, Oak Hill's defense has really been put in some bad positions a good part of the night because of field position.
Coleman's kick is up and good. So, with 8:21 to go in the ball game, University retakes the lead, and they now lead it by 7, 34-27. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back after this. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. University getting set to kick off to the Red Devils. University back-to-back scores here, and they've taken the lead 34-27 after the poor punt and good field position for University. They go 30 yards.
A little miscommunication for Oak Hill on the kickoff return. It's probably because Mason McMullen's out. Aaron Higginbotham came running out very late to get on the kickoff. When you have injury, sometimes the special teams units get confused because they're not used to going out there.
And Coleman again squibs it this time. Picked up by Spalding at the 10, gets it back out over the 30 to the 31. So again, Oak Hill and for them, good starting field position. They'll start at the 31-yard line.
Well, they definitely want to answer here. University's had a couple of back-to-back scores to go back up. And Oak Hill has answered all year.
Yep.
So we're going to see James Green actually going into the game now. And JD's going to check out. This is going to be Green's first action of the ball game.
Yep. Green gives them a little more speed back here.
Now, with Green in there last week, if they get in a bunch formation to the wide side, which it looks like they are, so look for maybe a sweep here for James Green over here to the left.
And that's what it is. Good job on the call, Chris, and good positive gain for Green as he gets about 5 on that carry. Chris, you've been you pay attention.
Well, that was the play they broke against Beckley last week. And they got in that bunch set, and they like to run it to the wide side. And again, that got solid yardage for him that time, too.
Yep. Yeah, he picks up maybe 6 on the play. He's second down and 4.
Now they got the same formation. Let's see if they run it to the right side this time.
And they do. Pull a tackle, and nice play in there by Kniska.
Yeah, he's. I think it might be Kniska. He's made a few nice plays tonight, and that play looked like it was going to spring for a minute. And he came and just chased him down that time. So really nice play that time for Kniska. Yeah.
Saw his block and made the play. Good play. Like you said, that play had potential. Looked like.
So they got JD checking back in now. Green's checking out. 3rd and medium for Oak Hill. You can go with JD. You can run your little bubble screens. It looks like they're having some communication issues. They're going to have to take a timeout here.
Yeah. Yep, so Oak Hill's going to have to take a timeout as the play clock was winding down, having trouble getting a play in with 6:46 to go. University leads at 34-27. We'll return fourth quarter action after this. Stay with us.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
Welcome back. Thanks again to the Reno Medical Center for their sponsorship tonight. Oak Hill has to take a timeout as the play clock winds down on them before they get their play in. 6:46 to go. 3rd down and 3 for the Red Devils. Hand off to Moritz, and he's got positive yards over the left side, enough for the first down. As he blows it out to the 44-yard line.
And again, they showed some pre-snap motion. Oak Hill hasn't shown a lot of pre-snap motion. At that time, they sent Mikey Spike in motion. They had another bunch set on the right-hand side, and then they motioned Mikey out across the formation, but then they snuck JD through that right side. So maybe they get their defense's eyes going over where Mikey's going, and then run JD from where he just voided.
Yep.
Nice play design.
Ball on the 44, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Malachi Lewis in the shotgun. Send Spalding motion left to right. They're trying to set up a screen, and out of nowhere, I don't know if that was.
I don't know if that was intended for Tyler Ashmore or J.D. Moritz. That was a dangerous pass right in the middle of a bunch.
Sure was.
Of a bunch of people. Yeah, and I'm not even sure Tyler Ashmore was the intended receiver that time, but they made chicken salad out of that. That could have been bad.
Yep, gets it up over the 45 to the 46, so he picks up 2 on that. And, again, strange-looking play there. 2nd down, 8 to go for Oak Hill. 6 minutes, 6 seconds.
This is a good screen formation.
Give it to Moritz, and he is buried that time. The big defensive lineman, Mason England.
Yeah.
That's the 6'4", 365-pound defensive lineman burst through and blew that play up and dropped Moritz for a couple-yard loss back to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 3rd down now and long 9, short 10.
University was in a defense that time that a screen would have been a really good call right there. I doubt very seriously. I don't know. I say this. I don't know if Malachi has the ability to audible.
Right.
I doubt it. A lot of high schools, they don't. Got to get this play off quick.
Yep, play clock down to 1 before they get the snap off. They get it off. Lewis drops. And that time, Kniska just basically faked out the defensive or the offensive tackle, Desmond Mack, and danced around him to sack Malachi Lewis. So a big play by Kniska back to the 40-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th and 14 now. And Oak Hill, again, faced with a punt situation here. And I know the offense is still on the field, but I don't know. There's 4:49 to go in the game. Tough call.
They probably could have used it. That play, they were really late getting up to the line of scrimmage. I know they don't want to take they only have one timeout left, but that play was disjointed from the start because they were really late getting to the line of scrimmage.
Right. Lewis drops the throw. Has time this time. Throws it left. It's caught, but it is way short of the first down. Not even close. Ball thrown out there and completed to Spalding. David Spalding catches it, but he's about 4 yards short of the first down. So the Hawks will have it 1st and 10. Again, great field position on the 50. And, Chris, you know, the struggles we've had in the punt game, I think probably was what affected that decision right there. And it's too bad because you give up great field position again. Whereas, you know, if you can get a punt off and get it down to the 25, 30-yard line, at least you got it the length of the field to go.
Yeah, you would think that definitely affected Coach Marion's decision, the struggles we've had in the punt game the last 2 weeks.
4:29 to go in the ball game. University High with it. They give it to the big man, Lewis, and he bulls ahead, gets it up over the 50, down to about the 46 before he's dropped into Oak Hill territory. Picks up 6, brings up 2nd down and 4.
Aaron Higginbotham, who's given up a ton of weight to him, put a nice lick on him, and Malachi Lewis came and helped finish him off. We're going to see David Spalding check out, and James Ludwig check in now for the Devils. They got Braden Knight and Colton Naylor in, so you have to think that University might be looking to bleed the clock and run the ball with their big backs right here.
Yep, they're taking their time and running the play clock down.
And with one timeout, Oak Hill can't really do a lot about it either.
Yep. You give it to Kaler. He's got room over the right side, and he's got enough for the first down as he gets inside the 40 to the 39.
So at this point, if you're Oak Hill, I mean, your backs are against the wall, you might need to really take some chances and start slanting, blitzing, have some run blitzes, trying to plug gaps.
Yep.
Stunting up there at the interior of the line because, University's really taking their time, doing a good job milking the play clock here.
Yep. Hudson still looking over the sideline, gets his play set, gives some signals to his running back. Play clock down to 5, and they snap it with 3. They give it to Kaler again. He gets a short gain, a couple yards forward. The clock continues to roll. We're down to 3 minutes left in the ball game.
I'll tell you what, there's some college teams who could take lessons on how to milk clocks. Oak Hill did a great job of this last week, only snapping the ball with less than 5 seconds. One of my pet peeves when I watch a game on Saturdays, you'll see college teams who have the clock on their side, and they'll still snap it with 10, 11, 12 seconds on the play clock sometimes. And University doing a great job tonight right here. Oak Hill did a great job last week of snapping that ball right at the very last second.
All right, Hudson again getting the play in. And the play clock jumped 10 seconds there, and he snapped it right with 1. So I'm not sure how much time was actually left. They faked the handoff, throw it to Kaler out in the flat, and he has room down the sideline all the way down inside the 20 to about the 16. So now I'm sure you're going to see University run that clock now.
Yeah.
With the kicker they have, they've got the lead. They've got a great kicker. If they need a field goal, want to take a field goal. They're in no hurry now whatsoever. They don't have to do anything but run the clock.
That was a nice call. We've seen them run that bootleg now a couple times where they fake that stretch play to the outside, and Hudson just rolls out, and he's able to find a back out in the flat, and he puts it right on him.
Yep. All right, Hudson again will run this play clock down. And they give it to Jackson on the little jet sweep. He's going to be dropped for a loss.
That's a huge loss.
Yeah, and he just keeps going backwards. And
Adam Long came in like a missile that time. Great play from his linebacker position.
Thought he was going to go out of bounds.
That would have been nice if he could have slung him out of bounds.
Yep.
Oak Hill still has that one time out in their back pocket.
Yep. He loses about 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 15, 1:45 as the clock continues to roll.
Yeah.
9 seconds left on the play clock. Hudson rushes his team up. Clock down to 3, 2, 1. He gets it off just at 1. Good job by Hudson. They give it to Kaler. Plows forward, picks up a couple, but that's going to be it. And Oak Hill will have to take that timeout now as they do stop it with 1:21 left in the ball game. And, of course, University looking at 3rd and 14 here. They can run, that 25 off, play clock down, get it down below a minute before they have to do something with it. So we'll see how they decide to play it here. I would think they'll keep it on the ground and run that clock.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah, they don't need to throw it. Don't need to score again. So again, tonight's been kind of a tale of just some mistakes and special teams mistakes, and it's really cost Oak Hill with field position and other things.
I want to say something though. I'm really encouraged by how Oak Hill has played tonight, though.
Yeah.
I really am, and you're right, because you take away a couple special teams mistakes, and man, because I was using this game as a measuring stick for Oak Hill. I wanted to see how they played against University, because I thought it might be an indicator how they play next week against. It might be Morgantown, Bridgeport.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know who it's going to be, but I think Oak Hill has played them really tough tonight. And if not for a couple of big special teams mistakes, this might be a different score right now.
Yeah, and if you look at the field position all night long and those types of things, if you just looked at that, you would have thought this would have been a blowout based on the mistakes and the field position and all that. And as good as University is, you'd have thought it would have been a blowout. So good football game. All right, here's Hudson now. Lines up the offense, 3rd and 14. Again, I'm sure we'll see him keep it on the ground. They got the big man, Mr. Lewis, in the backfield. And he does drop the throw, which surprises me. Going for the dagger here. He's looking for Coleman in the corner, and it's incomplete. So I really do not
They did Oak Hill a
understand.
favor right there. They really did.
Yeah, I don't understand that play call at all. That was that's a strange play call, because you stop the clock, and now it's 4th down. If you don't get the first down, the clock stop again. Oak Hill's going to have it with time to run.
So I was going to see if they were going to bring John Coleman on and attempt another field goal here. And it looks like they are. So this is going to be roughly the same length. This was a 39-yarder. This is going to be about a 39-yarder too. This would ice it.
And again, I question this call, due to the chance for a block and a return, but they know their team better than me. All right, kick is up. Looks long enough. Does it make it over? Yes, it does.
No,
over to the right. Had just enough distance, but he kicked it over to the right. So Oak Hill will get the ball.
Well, game's not over.
Yep,
and I'm like you. I think I was really surprised by the play call that time.
That surprised me.
That kept Oak Hill in the game to be able to stop the clock right there. And not only the play call to pass, but they took a shot deep in the end zone. They didn't throw a very high percentage pass at all.
And if you have in your mind you're going to go ahead and kick the field goal, why not run the ball, pick up 4 or 5 yards, get him closer, and then run the clock all the way down, take a timeout.
Totally agree.
Yeah, take a timeout right before the play clock runs out and you're down below a minute. So kind of surprising. And but see what happens. Oak Hill with it on the 20. Malachi Lewis in shotgun. He drops, throws it out into the flat.
You got to get on the ball quick.
Yep.
You got to go hurry up here.
Yep, and gets it out to Spalding. And Oak Hill trying to hustle up now and get up on the line. Down to 1 minute to go in the game.
You can't huddle.
Nope.
You can't huddle. You can't huddle. You got to go hurry up.
Yep.
He's trying to call a play in the huddle. You can't do that.
Okay, wasted a little time there with it. Lewis drops, throws to the sideline, and it's caught. And David Spalding hauls it in. That's enough for a first down. It'll stop the clock as he went out of bounds. So 44.7 seconds left.
Now you're hoping Oak Hill has some type of 2-minute package where you can just call the play at the line of scrimmage, because after that first down play, Malachi was kind of a sugar huddle, and he's trying to call a play, and you don't have time to do that in this situation.
No, and that cost him 7 or 8 seconds by doing that. All right, Malachi in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Throws it over the middle, and it's batted around and intercepted. And Kaler jumped up and tipped it, and it was intercepted by James Garbert. And no, we see on the replay it hit the ground.
It did hit. We don't have replay in high school.
Yeah.
We'd love to get them up here to take a look at our monitor.
Yeah, we'd like for them to come
Let's
take a look.
see. I think did they call interception on the field?
I think so.
They're talking about it. Let's get them up here. Let's get them up here.
It definitely hits
Come
the ground.
on, they got to come look at our monitor. That's not an interception, but they don't have the view that we have to see that.
Right. Yeah, it's tough for the officials right there because you couldn't
Yeah.
tell. And they give it to them. Like I said.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have replay in high school. They can't see what we saw, and that's the ball hitting the ground.
Yeah, we can see it clearly here because of the replay that we have. And it was tipped by Kaler and then went right through the hands of Gerbert and hit the ground. You can clearly see it on the replay, but obviously the officials can't see that.
Yeah.
So,
well, and you can't. I mean, Oak Hill's got to take a shot down there. You can't fault Malachi. He's just trying to make something happen, and that's not an ideal situation to be in. You got to kind of force it down the field into coverage anyway.
Yep.
Just unfortunate.
University will go into the victory formation here with 37 seconds left. Snap it, and they kneel it down. And that should do it as the play clock resets to 40, and that is going to do it as the clock winds down. Under 30 seconds to go, it'll run out. No more plays are needed. And that's going to do it for tonight as the University High Hawks come to John P. Duda Stadium and knock off the Oak Hill Red Devils 34-27 in a good football game, very entertaining game. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back here in just a moment, wrap this thing up from John P. Duda Stadium in Oak Hill. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.
Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Christ, host of the Courtside with Coach Chris show. I'm inviting you to join me and Dave Gorby every Thursday night at 7:30 here on the New River Network. We have a lot of fun doing this show with a wide variety of guests and topics that we offer, and we think you might enjoy it. So join us here on Thursday nights for the Courtside with Coach Chris show right here on the New River Network. Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of Oak Hill High School football. The Oak Hill Red Devils fall tonight to University High, 34-27. Thanks to Rainell Medical Center for sponsoring this event for us and allowing us to get it on the air. Good football game tonight, Chris. I just think, University come in here, a really good football team, and Oak Hill made a few mistakes. University took advantage of them. Oak Hill gave them good field position all night long, and they took advantage of that, which good teams do. And they're able to knock off the Red Devils 34-27. But like you said, good measuring stick, good football game.
I'm really encouraged by what I saw tonight. Yeah, I understand they're going to be disappointed, but this is the team that anytime Oak Hill's played them in the past, University has beaten the brakes off of Oak Hill.
Yep.
And this was a competitive 4-quarter game, and I thought the Devils went toe-to-toe with them.
Yep.
So, if I'm Coach Marion and the coaching staff, I'm really accentuating that. I'm telling them, hey, guys, we get some things buttoned up in special teams.
Yep.
We can play with anybody. If we play Morgantown, if we play Bridgeport, whoever we get next week, we belong on the field with them. And I think Oak Hill showed that tonight. I'm proud of them. I thought they played really tough tonight.
I thought they did too, and they put themselves in some tough situations and still hung tough. I mean, starting field position on the 10, on the 8, on the 30.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the ball in Oak Hill territory with starting field position numerous times, and still it was up in the air who was going to win the game right down to the very end. So, not a bad effort by Oak Hill. Again, considering the mistakes and the field position they gave up, I still felt like they fought hard and gallantly and had a chance. So, University moves to 5-5 to wind up their campaign for Coach John Kelly this year. The Oak Hill Red Devils move to 8-2. We will know probably tomorrow. I'm not sure how many games there are tomorrow, but we should know tomorrow, at least by tomorrow evening, where, when, and who we will play in the first round of the playoffs. And it's my understanding that Darren is planning on covering that. So we'll be bringing you that game, and we'll post on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else and let you know where the game is, who we're playing against, when we'll be on the air, and all that sort of thing. We hope you'll tune in and join us for the game. And, again, we enjoyed bringing it to you tonight. Chris, I appreciate your help. You do a great job, as always. And thanks to Darren and Mr. Polly and Lucas Berry for all their help covering this game tonight. It's been a fun season, and we look forward to bringing you the playoffs real soon. We also look forward to bringing you the Courtside with Coach Chris show, which will be Thursday night. Hope you'll tune in for that at 7:30 on Thursday. So we hope you'll check us out on there as well. Again, we will announce when, where, and who Oak Hill will be playing in the first round of their playoffs, and we'll let you know what time we'll be on the air for that game. All right. For Mr. Ritter, we're going to hang out just a minute. I think we're going to go to Lucas down on the sideline possibly and talk to hopefully Coach Marion if we can get him over.
Now, Lucas might find out that a post-game interview after a loss is a lot different than a post-game interview after a win.
That's right. We'll see how well he handles this thing.
Back up a couple of steps,
that's
Lucas,
right.
if you can hear us.
That's right. I'm sure Coach Mary, he's got a great disposition, and I'm sure he's not going to be too disappointed with him tonight. I know, they always want to win, obviously, but I think just like you said, I think they played well. They put themselves in some tough positions and still hung in there and played pretty well. So I'm sure he's disappointed, but I'm sure he's not devastated and he's not angry just because, they did play pretty well. And it was a good football game. And University High is a good football team, and it was a lot of fun to watch them as well. So anyway, Lucas trying to
and again, I do want to put one more plug in for Darren and Lucas and Polly. Man, these guys, look, I come up here and talk.
Yeah.
They set up the equipment. They tear it down. And if you enjoy being able to watch high school football games in comfort of your own home, please send these guys some love on Facebook.
Right.
If you see them out in the store, pat them on the back, because these guys do a great job. And I know I've taken advantage of it several times myself. If you can't get out to a game for whatever reason, work, health reasons, you just live too far away, you can still keep up with your local high school team. And I know I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah, like I said, you're not going to get a more high-quality video of a game.
We could see that was an incomplete pass at the end there. You know, I would have loved for the refs to be able to come up here and view that.
Oh, yeah, awesome video job, and it's with some of the highest quality you're going to see on a broadcast.
All right,
we're going to send it down now to Lucas to talk to Coach Marion a little bit. Lucas, take it away.
You get respect by beating a Northern team. I know it wasn't the outcome you wanted, but do you think Oak Hill gained respect for playing University tough in a game they had to have?
Absolutely not. Like I said, I've been around this state long enough, and I know what the narrative is going to be going into next week. I've seen it all over the place. I've heard it that we haven't played anyone yet, and the results aren't what we wanted them to be. So we know we just made our playoff road harder. Everybody wants to get into the playoffs and then see how you could measure up each week. But, I mean, these games are hard. If you're truly the best team in the state, you shouldn't expect it to be easy, and we don't. So we'll see where we fall after this week, and we'll game plan real good next week and see what the results are next Friday.
You made the playoffs in your first season as a head coach. We always talk about building a program. Yeah. And Oak Hill last year was on the verge of making the playoffs last year. You come in. What does it mean for you to make the playoffs in your first season as a head coach and any time in your career?
Honestly, it hasn't hit me yet. I live in the moment, man. And right now, I just hate it for our kids, all the hard work they've put in, and they really wanted a chance to host the home playoff game in over 20 years. It's been a while. So, I live in the moment, and I'm kind of out of words right now. I just live in the moment, and these kids, they've worked hard all year, so hopefully one day it hits me, but right now, it don't even matter. We lost.
Well, I do appreciate your time, Coach. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
Guys, I'm going to see if I can find a warm spot. Back up to you guys.
All right. Good job, Lucas. Lucas got the look going on tonight with that hat, man.
Wearing the Kanga. I like it, man. He's pulling it off.
I know back in when I was in school, they used to call it your go to hell hats, what they always called those. So, all right, that's going to do it for us tonight. We appreciate everybody tuning in again. It's been a blast with this magical season for the Oak Hill Red Devils. We'll continue next week with the playoffs. We hope you'll join us for that. For Chris Rader, I'm Greg Christ. Have a great evening. Good night, everybody.
Here at Tyree Funeral Home, we strive for comfort, tradition, and excellence. We strive to help each family in their time of need so that no one will be turned away. Offering 2 locations and options for traditional or same-day services. To make it easier on your loved ones, we also offer pre-need planning. I am Jonathan Wood, and I will continue to keep the same tradition that Joe Tyree taught me, the Tyree way.